Hi everyone, how is everyone doing? I hope everyone is fine. Today is Thursday, July 26th, time 11:50, Las Vegas time. How's everyone doing? Today is very, very hot. People, let me put on my light. So everyone, I am here on live and I was looking at Pix 11 and they were showing a clip of the suspect or the guy who slashed, I'm trying to get some light, who slashed Nia Wilson and her sister. I heard everybody comment on it. They said, well, why is the guy alive? And it's like the most peaceful arrest that anyone has ever seen, because he didn't fight. He didn't resist arrest. He was very calm. Sorry, guys. He was very calm, and no one, everyone was like so surprised. Now, me, I was like, okay, like if the guy would have been apprehensive or not apprehensive, but resisting the arrest, I think they would have shot him just like anyone else. But he was like very calm about it, not resisting, and and they arrested him. Okay, that's not the point. The point is that he wasn't resisting arrest, and that's why they didn't do anything to him. A lot of hate crimes are going around, and we can talk about this like forever. But it's a really unfortunate that this man goes out and just slashes two people, because I feel that he I don't know if whether the suspect, he's not a suspect, well, he is a suspect, but he was arrested, so it doesn't make him a suspect anymore. But the one who committed the crime, I don't know if he has even said the reasons why he slashed, Nia and Letifah. Nia and Letifah, unfortunately, got slashed on the BART station, and they were in the station. All of a sudden, this white man comes up and just slashes their throat. Of course, Nia dies on the scene, and her sister was taken to the hospital in critical condition. Don't know how Letifah is doing right now, but I do know that her mother lost a child, and she has one who's in the hospital who's who's in critical condition. We see so much of hate, whites against blacks, blacks against white, and it becomes a circle, a vicious circle, because it's never ending. I heard a lot of comments where they said, why didn't they shoot him? He should be dead. They should kill him. And if it was a black man, they would have already shot him down. But because he's white privileged. You might be right about that. You could be right, but he could be a mentally ill person. One person, several people in the comments in Pix 11 said about mental illness and homelessness. And I don't know if the man that was arrested today was a homeless person or is a homeless person, but really, we should really look into that, because, and it's true, so many crimes are being committed because a lot of the homeless people are, do have mental illness. So being out there, being homeless. It's not something very exciting, and a lot of the people become, mentally ill because they have been so long without treatment. They have been absorbed to the environment where they no longer care because they see that no one cares. And so, and also you have to realize the person, the background, the, why this person is not getting help. You understand? Now I'm not trying to defend the white guy. Really, I'm not, because either way, he took two lives. He took two lives, and if Letifah survives, she will be traumatized for life, and also she will be very traumatized because she lost a sister, and because there's no way of recovering after such an initial shock, and and the situation and the way that it happened. I feel that the man should get life in prison and never. If you commit a crime, do the time. And also those kinds of people that are hateful and and just try to go out there and try to demonstrate their hatred towards a certain race is very dangerous for society. And yes, I feel the same way for the many hate crimes that have happened towards Black people, or even hate crimes towards white people or Hispanic or Asian. Doesn't matter. I don't care. You're not supposed to be going out there and taking lives away simply because you are not, in favor or like a certain race. We are nobody to be taking a life away. Regarding mental issues, if he, goes as criminally insane, of course, we all know he's going to be institutionalized. I hope that he's institutionalized for life. Many of people who have mental illness, or many who do crimes that are so horrific like that, usually want to do time and call out, I didn't know what I was doing, and I can't remember. I have a blackout. I get blackouts and can't remember not one thing that happened. Those people, okay, proof that he's criminally insane or has been in an institution. And if he has been, why did you let him out? And this is what I can't figure out. People who are a danger to society should be kept in institutions and be medicated. I'm serious about that, especially if they have a history of violence. They should really be in a hospital and not ever be out again. But then again, like I said, this is our government. This is what they do as they want, and then it falls to that we are the ones who are keeping these criminals in prison. Not a very good job, because most of the criminals who do time come out, and then they do time, and then they do it again, and then our tax dollars then are invested again in the very same criminal who did the very same crime. So for Nia and Letifah, justice for them as well. And this is regards of people who are racist, people who, go out there and just do things just to do them because they hate a certain kind of race. And it goes the same if it's Black on white, white on Black, Hispanics on Blacks, white on Hispanic. It goes either way. It shouldn't be excused just because it's just a certain race. Like about a month or two, or about a lady who called out on a little girl who was selling lemonade, a African American little girl, and she calls out on the little girl that, she calls the cops on the little girl, and she becomes chaotic and very, very belligerent. And she's doing her story about, she's saying her story about that the little girl was loud, and that, they were very loud, and she had her window open, and it just became a big thing, and she started calling the cops because the little girl had no permit there to sell lemonade. For goodness sakes, it's a little girl. She's just selling lemonade. Now, had this been a white girl, now I'm just saying, I'm not trying to be racially, but had it been really a white, if it had been a white girl, would you have been that adamant to really go out there and say, well, where's your permit, But I feel strongly that it was because she's black. And so she didn't like it. And so then that's why she called her out on it and being very rude, actually. Now she's crying out that she has been receiving a lot of hate mails. Hey, you do something, you think that you're going to get away with it, or you think that people are not going to respond to the actions that you do. I don't know what world you're living in. Another thing too, another incident that happened, and now I totally forgot about it. And it was also racially out there as well, that, we need to stop this. So, if you do something that is wrong and you don't expect repercussions because of the actions that you do, you are very wrong. So, we need to really, before we act, then we need to really, we need to focus on what we do. Like I said before, now I remembered about a lady who, African-American family were doing a barbecue. She decides that, oh, why are they barbecuing there? And again, I say, if it had been, let's just say, I'm not going to say white. If it had been Asian, would you have called the police? No, I feel that no, she wouldn't have. Okay, she would have just been okay with it. But because they're black and it annoyed her, she responded by calling the police and making it a situation in which it really didn't need to have a situation. Just, she should have left it alone, left that family to have their barbecue. They weren't doing anything harmful towards anyone. They weren't hurting anyone. Let people live their life, okay? If you cannot, and unfortunately, a lot of people are saying, I wish that the white race would be no more. I wish they would wipe them out all. No, you don't wish that, because not all white people are the same. Just because there are a few does not indicate that all of them are the same, and not all of them have the same mindset. So, this is something that it should not be happening. I mean, really, people, we are in 2018, and we still are so, so triggered by, by things that just because they are a certain race and they're not pleasing to us, doesn't indicate that everyone is like that. And no, you don't want to wipe out the whole race. And no, we don't want to wipe out the whole race of, African Americans. We are all humans, and that's why we're here. We're here to love one another. Okay, we don't even have to love one another, but at least try to get along with each other. We don't have to like everyone, but understand that we are living on this earth for a certain amount of time. Let's get along, okay? And we don't need to be profiling these kinds of things and make it more, we don't need to trigger more hatred, is what I'm trying to say. On another note, I saw a nice little clip of Lissandro, and also I was going through YouTube, and I happened to come across comments about was Junior's a setup, or really a setup, or just that that it had to do with mistaken identity. I think that I hold to my first version is that he was set up. He was set up, and even though the cops say, or the investigators say, or the detectives say that was gang related, I surely have an idea that, and a strong idea that either one, they were jealous of the boy and they wanted to set him up for his demise. Two, it could have also been the fact that perhaps, and I'm just saying this is my opinion, and I feel strongly about it, and I'm going to say it because I feel that that is what went down. I feel that maybe they were trying to recruit him, and maybe he said no. He said no to the idea that I don't want to be a gang member. And so I feel that if he lived close by, I still feel very strongly that that's what went down. The $5 did go down. The $5 did go down. Oh yeah, that $5, I don't know who it went to, but it did go down. That went down. And but I do think that by the way that things happen, most likely it was two of those things that I'm saying. Either they were jealous and they wanted to just, there are a lot of people who are like that. They wanted to just kill him because, jealousy is jealousy really gives you that green eye, and that green eye is really a dangerous thing because when people are jealous or envious, they want to destroy you, and they don't want to see people progress. Also, number two, I think that he was set up because they were probably trying to recruit him. He probably said no to the idea. He probably said no. And they told him right then and there, look, we're going to give you a chance to run. Lysandra lived right there, right close by to the bodega. And I sense that she lives right next, like a few, not even a block away from the bodega. And I sense that instead of him going to straight, to La Bodega, they eventually knew that he was going to land there, okay? Because I think that he frequently went to La Bodega. It was his frequent spot to buy just something real fast. So that's what bodegas are for. So instead of him turning to his usual path, he decided, well, for them not to catch me, I will go the other way. And so that's why investigators are probably assuming that he went blocks and blocks and he winded up in the bag of St. Barnabas, and eventually he landed in La Bodega, where he seeked sanctuary. Okay, is what I call it. I don't know if I'm even using the word right. And that's where they got him. That's where they got him because they already knew that that's where he was going to land. And that's why you see his shoes, that he probably took them off so he can get a head start. And that's where they nailed him. So that's what I think. That's my opinion. Demi Lovato, OD'd. Okay, what do I think about that? Demi Lovato, I think that right now she doesn't need people to be pounding on her of why she failed. Okay, she failed, okay. And we don't know really her condition and how she's feeling at the time. Doing what she's doing, I do feel that a lot of pressure is on the young lady who is trying to get sober and who is trying her best to make it and do better for herself. I feel that right now she needs her fans and her supporters and not anyone to be judging on how and why she OD'd. And how and why did it occur? We don't know why, but her supporters, please support her and, be less judgmental. Okay. I'm going to be going to the Grand Canyon. And I hope that people stay tuned for that because I think it's going to be fun. And it's going to be a one-day thing. So yeah, I'll be recording it, YouTubers. Make a comment below, subscribe if you like, and I hope that you enjoy your day. As the day goes by, I might drop by again and say hi in the afternoon. I don't know what time is it now, but I think it's 12:10. I might be back, like at 3 o'clock or something like that, to keep up to date with the stuff that is going around, and about uh, Lysandro. And I hope that still you guys support Lysandra and her mission to make a law out of justice for Junior, and also justice for Nia and Letifah Wilson, who were stabbed to death at Oakland, California, and MacArthur um, station. I've been there. I've been there because my niece used to live around that area. Very dangerous at night. And I advise that if you are going to travel with someone, travel with a family member. Even though she was with a family member, and unfortunately, her sister, Nia died. Unfortunately, she died, and another one bites the dust, and a good one, and a very pretty girl, unfortunately lost a life because of someone that either one was mentally ill, or two just wanted to do something against a certain race, and so he just did it. Well, now he I hope he stays in prison for life and never gets out. And if they're going to do the time and he's going to be institutionalized, I hope they institutionalize him for the rest of his days. Justice for Nia and Letifah, and justice for Junior. I hope, people, that you keep it up. Please respond to my respond to my YouTube channel, and give me a like. Give me either a thumbs up or a thumbs down, but comment on my page. And thank you so very much, everybody, for tuning in. Much appreciate the 2 subscribers who subscribed on my page. Thank you very much. I much appreciate it. You'll see me floating around YouTube and giving my opinions over how I feel about certain subjects and about certain issues. So I hope to see YouTubers on my page soon, and have a great day. Love one another. Peace out. God bless. Bye.